We have seen the types of bank guarantee, importance of bank guarantee, then letter of credit, then parties involved in letter of credit. Okay, so types of bank guarantee, types of bank guarantee. Amina, Sharat, Irfan, Basil, turn on your video. Types of bank guarantee. Anjo, types of bank guarantee.
Financial guarantee, performance guarantee,
Okay, remaining, Aparna.
So advance payment guarantee, bid bond guarantee, deferred payment guarantee.
Okay. Next, importance of bank guarantee. Importance of bank guarantee. Hanna.
Adds to creditworthiness,
Yes.
assessment of business, confidence of performance, risk.
Okay. Okay, very good. So now, last we discussed about parties involved in letter of credit. Okay, parties involved in letter of credit. So here we will discuss some of the parties also involved in that beneficiary is there. Some other parties also involved in letter of credit. Okay, so already we said applicant, then beneficiary, then issuing bank. Applicant is the party that he applies for the letter of credit. Then beneficiary is the party to whom the letter of credit is issued. Then issuing bank is the bank that issues the letter of credit in favor of the beneficiary. Next one. So here we are discussing this one, beneficiary. So what do you mean by beneficiary? So beneficiary is normally the seller of the goods who receives payment if he has complied with the terms and conditions mentioned in the LC. Okay, so we know that a letter of creditor is issued in favor of the beneficiary to enable him to obtain payment once he performed his part of the contract and submitted a stipulated document according to the letter of credit. Okay, that is that person is known as beneficiary, party to whom the letter of credit is issued. So he is normally the seller of the goods. He is normally the exporter or seller of the goods. So it will help him. The letter of credit will help him to get payment. When only he will get it after completing the which one terms of the contract. Because after submitting the document, so then only he will get the payment. Okay, that person is known as beneficiary. Next one, advising bank. Advising bank, paying bank, consenting bank. So these three bank may be the same bank. Okay, so exporters bank. Okay, it may be the same. Otherwise, they will which one separate bank they will do the functions. Otherwise, the same bank, advising bank will do that paying performance as a paying bank and concerning bank. Okay, so what do you mean by advising bank? So the role of the advising bank is limited to establish authenticity of the credit, which is advised to the beneficiary. Okay, so means he's a banker. Which he advises a beneficiary. He advises a beneficiary that the letter of credit opened by the issuing bank is available for an applicant is available. So there they will advise the beneficiary that the letter of credit offered by the issuing bank is available. Then his responsibility, advising bank responsibility is to authenticate the letter of credit. Authenticate, check the letter of credit issued by the issuing bank to avoid any fraud, to avoid any discrepancies, or to avoid a fraud, they will authenticate the credit or authenticate the letter of credit. So that responsibility is with the advising bank. Okay, so they will advise the beneficiary that the letter of credit opened by the issuing bank is available. Then they will authenticate the letter of credit, which is issued by the issuing bank to avoid the fraud. To avoid fraud. Okay, so that is his responsibility. He is also a notifying bank. It is also known as notifying bank. Notifying bank. Okay, who negotiate the documents delivered to the bank by beneficiary. That also they are doing. They will verify the documents. Okay, then they will authenticate the letter of credit. Next one, paying bank. So paying bank, already I said that the advising bank can be the paying bank and confirming bank. Here means what do you mean by paying bank? It is the bank nominated in the letter of credit that makes payment to the beneficiary. So that bank only will make payment to the, which one will make payment to the beneficiary. Will make payment to the beneficiary. So this means this can be the which one? Negotiating bank. Negotiating bank. Okay, negotiating bank. Negotiating bank. So he is the bank that makes payment to the beneficiary after determining the documents, confirm and upon the receipt of fund from the issuing bank or other intermediary bank nominated by the issuing bank. So he is the bank that makes payment to the beneficiary. When so after getting fund from the issuing bank, otherwise before getting fund from the issuing bank, they will make payment. Then after that, they will take amount from the issuing bank. So that is paying bank. Okay, paying bank. So it can be the same person. Then last one, confirming bank. Confirming bank. So confirming bank is the bank which under instruction from the issuing bank substitute its credit worthiness for that of the issuing bank. So they will ultimately assume the responsibility of issuing commitments to pay. Issuing commitments to pay. So we can tell that the confirming bank. So it's one of the parties involved in the letter of credit. So it is a bank that add its commitment. So commitment that the exporter will be paid. So for that, what they will do, the confirming bank makes payment to the exporter, seller, and in turn request the payment from the issuing bank. Okay, in turn request the payment from the issuing bank. So that is with one confirming bank. Okay, so that make the payment to the exporter. That's also payment bank. Same person can be. Okay, payment bank, confirming bank can be the advising bank. Only one bank is enough. Suppose if they appoint any separator for confirming, for negotiating, for confirming bank, for confirming documents, for not for assuming the responsibility to pay the amount to the beneficiary. So that is confirming bank. Okay, so paying bank means that makes payment to the beneficiary. Okay, so what is confirming bank responsibility? Make the payment to the seller and in turn request the payment from the issuing bank. So normally the same duties, paying bank, confirming bank. Okay, so these are the parties involved in letter of credit. Okay, so beneficiary is the seller of a person or an exporter. Okay, enable him to get a payment after completing the part of the contract and submitting the document. Advising bank means to advise the beneficiary. Then he only authenticate the letter of credit. Paying bank is not there mainly. So in reality, it is not there. Only one bank is there. one bank or two bank. Pay banker means confirming bank also same responsibility they are making. So that makes payment to the beneficiary. Next one, confirming banker is the bank which one that assume the issue bank responsibility to pay amount to the beneficiary. So next one, letter of credit process flow. How letter of credit process. So if you look at this one, then you can understand that how letter of credit. First step, it is second one. This is third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Some more questions are there. This is the main. So here means you look. So first I will tell the theory, then you can easily understand. Then we will look at the chart. So letter of credit process. First one, applicant approaches issuing or opening bank. Applicant approaches issuing or opening bank with letter of credit application form. Duly filled and request issuing bank to issue a letter of credit in favor of beneficiary. Okay, that is the first step. They will approach, applicant will approach the issuing bank, the importer's bank. Then they will fill the application form, LC application form. Okay, for what to issue letter of credit in favor of beneficiary. Second step, issuing bank issues a letter of credit as per the application submitted by an applicant and send it to the advising bank which is located in the beneficiary's country. Okay, that is which one? Second step, issues a letter of credit, then it is sent to the advising bank. Okay, so then we said advising the to advise the beneficiary that the letter of credit is available. Next one step, advising bank. Yes, advising bank advise the letter of credit to the beneficiary so that it is available. Then once beneficiary receive the letter of credit, and if it suit his or her requirements, he or shall prepare the goods. After getting, he shall prepare the goods and hands over them to the carrier to dispatch to the applicant. So after getting letter of credit, they will prepare the goods. They will prepare the documents. Okay, to dispatch to the applicant. Then he or she then hand over the documents along with the transport document as per LC to the negotiating bank. To the negotiating bank. Negotiating means something. This is the advising bank. Negotiating. Okay, negotiating bank. Sometimes it may be the same bank only. Negotiating means one who negotiate the documents. Okay, delivered to the bank by beneficiary. Okay, so is the bank that verify the document and confirm the terms and conditions under letter of credit on behalf of the beneficiary to avoid discrepancies. Sometimes this bank may be the advising bank. Okay, so he forward the document along with the transport document to the negotiating bank, who negotiate the documents, who verify the documents, or confirm the terms and condition under LC on behalf of the beneficiary to avoid discrepancies. So he will give to the negotiating bank to be forwarded to the issuing bank. Next, issuing bank reimburses the negotiating bank with the amount of the LC. Okay, reimburses okay, payback issuing bank payback the negotiating bank with the amount of the letter of credit. Post negotiating bank's confirmation that they have negotiated the documents in strictly conformity of the LC terms. Then they will pay back the amount. Negotiating bank make the payment to the beneficiary. Okay. So after getting the document, the issuing bank pay back the negotiating bank with the amount of the LC. Okay. So next, simultaneously, negotiating bank forward the document to the issuing bank to be released to the forward the document to the issuing banker. So after confirming, the issuing banker will give the amount to the negotiating banker. The negotiating bank makes the payment to the beneficiary. The negotiating banker forward the document to the issuing banker to be released to the applicant to claim the goods from the carrier. Okay, so they will issue the document to the applicant through issuing bank. For what purpose? So after reaching goods, they have to submit some document. Then only they will get goods from the shipper. Then applicant reimburses the issuing bank. Applicant pay amount to the issuing bank. Already issuing bank paid for the amount which it had paid to the negotiating bank. Already they paid amount to the negotiating bank. That amount they will pay. So issuing bank releases all the document along with the title transfer document to the applicant. Last means they will give all the document along with the title transfer document to the applicant after getting amount. So this is the letter of credit process flow. Okay, first they will approach to get to issue letter of credit. So after letter of credit, which one they will issue to the advising bank. Then the issuing bank advise the benefits that the letter of credit is available. So then after getting the which one letter of credit, they will check, the beneficiary will check. Then they will hand over the documents or which will prepare the goods for carry to the which one to the applicant. Then they will after then the which one they will hand over the documents to the negotiating bank. The negotiating bank will verify everything. So then they will give to the which one issuing bank. Then issuing bank reimburses back the amount. The negotiating bank, then the negotiating bank. So that documents they will give to the applicant also to claim the goods from the carrier. Then applicant reimburses the issuing bank for the amount it had paid to the negotiating bank. Then issuing bank releases all the documents along with the title transport document to the applicant. So now if you look at this one, so you look at this is the main this one only. So first the exporter and importer will make a contract agreement between two persons. Okay, agreement enforceable by law, that is contract. So they will make an agreement. Okay, agree on a contract. So exporter will agree means I will export the goods. I will give the goods to you. What means I will purchase goods from you. So that is the agreement. Next, second step is what? So applies for an LC. Okay, applies for, you look at that importer applies for a letter of credit from issuing bank. From issuing bank. Okay, from issuing bank. So first one, they will make an agreement between exporter and the importer. Second one, importer will apply for a letter of credit from issuing bank. From issuing bank. Next one, what is the third step? Third step, you look at the issuing bank. Issuing bank will issue letter of credit to the advising bank. It is a confirming bank. Same bank. Okay, letter of credit to the advising bank. Advising bank. Advising bank, confirming bank, same only. Advising bank, confirming bank. Okay, issuing bank will issue letter of credit to the advising bank. First, make a contract. Second step, apply for LC. Then after getting a letter of credit to the issuing bank, will issue letter of credit to the advising bank. So next one means what? verifies the letter of credit and forward it to the exporter. So advising bank verifies the letter of credit. Advising bank verifies the letter of credit and forward it to the exporter. And forward it to the exporter. Okay, advising bank forward to the exporter. So advising after getting letter of credit from the issuing banker, they will verify the letter of credit and forward it to the exporter. Next one, fifth one, exporter goods are shipped. Okay. After verifying, they will get a letter of credit. Then they will prepare the goods for dispatch. Goods are shipped. Goods are shipped. Next one, you look at the exporter. Exporter, what they are doing? Documents are provided. Documents are provided to the advising bank. Okay, documents are provided to the advising bank. Documents are provided to the advising bank. Then seventh step what? Advising bank. The documents they will forward to the issuing bank. The document they will forward to the document they will forward to the issuing bank. They will forward to the issuing bank. Then after getting documented, they will give verify and send it. Okay, verify the issuing bank. What they will do? They will verify the document and send it to the importer. Okay, so verify and send it to the importer. So if it is correct, then which one? The issuing bank will make payment to the advising banker. Then advising bank will make payment to the exporter. So this is the step. This is the main step. Okay, verify and send to the issuing banker verifies and send to the importer. If it is correct, then they will make a payment. Issuing bank will make payment to the advising bank. Then advising bank will make payment to the exporter. Okay. Then issuing issuing bank will take amount from the importer. So this is the steps of letter of credit process. This is the letter of credit process. Okay, so you look at that advising bank concern made the same person. It will be the same person. So notifying bank, advising bank, same person. So this is the process of letter of credit. Next one. Settlement of letter of credit. Settlement of letter of credit. Four settlements are there. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. So four settlements of letter of credit transaction. So four settlement of letter of credit transaction. Letter of credit when we are giving a letter of credit, not amount. Letter of credit settlement. So you look at all letter of credit indicate whether they are payable by sight payment or by deferred payment or by acceptance or by negotiation. So these are the settlement of LC by sight payment, then deferred payment, by acceptance, then or by negotiation. Okay, so these are the settlement of LC, letter of credit. So you look at that in a sight payment, when we are payable letter of credit, when the beneficiary present the complaint documents. Last year you paid it in the bill of site. Whenever they present bill at site. So you have to pay the amount. So here means when we have to in a site payment, the commercial letter of credit is payable when the beneficiary present the document. Okay, on or before the expiration of the period commercial period. Whenever they are presenting, then you have to pay. Whenever they are presenting the which one the exporters are presenting the document, attain the commercial letter of credit is paid. That is site payment. Site payment. Okay, site payment. Next one, deferred payment. Deferred payments means what? Deferred means future payment. Here, a letter of creditor is payable on specific future date. Specific future date. Okay. So uh, here means the beneficiary will be paid not at the time of beneficiary makes a complaint presentation or submit the document. We are not paying the amount, but at a later specified future date. That is deferred payment. Okay. Here when we are making payment, so at a future date. So after not at the time when the exporter present the document to be which one important. That date we are not making payment. We will make payment at a specified future date. Okay. Next one, different payment section also will study. Next, acceptance. Acceptance. Acceptance means like a bill of exchange. Bill of exchange only. Acceptance. Here means time draft drawn on accepted by a bank institution. Means the exporter will prepare a bill of exchange. So it is accepted by the banking institution which promises to honor the draft at a specified future date. Okay, so that is which one acceptance means that which one the exporter will prepare the bill of exchange or draft. So who will actually issue that? Issuing banker will issue which one will accept the draft. So the act of acceptance is without recourse as it is a commitment to pay the face of the accepted draft is without a recourse. So they have no right to get any compensation. Means here means if we accepted the bill of exchange means they have to pay the amount. They have to pay the amount. They have to undertake the responsibility. If we accepted the draft, okay, so they can't withdraw the liability. Next one, under negotiation. Under negotiation means the negotiating bank, a third party negotiator, expedites payment to the beneficiary upon the beneficiary's presentation of the complaint document to the negotiating bank. So the bank pays the beneficiary normally at a discount of the face of the value of the documents and then present the complaint documents, including a site or time draft to the issuing bank to receive full payment at site or at a specified future date. Okay, here means the negotiation under negotiating means the negotiating bank, the foreign bank. It will be the advisory, it can be the advisory banker that they will make a payment to the beneficiary after getting the document from the which one beneficiary. Okay, but they will give at a discount rate only, not a full amount of the bill. They will deduct some discount. Then they will present the document to the issuing bank. Then they will get the amount from the issuing bank. So if it is a time on the base of the bill of exchange payable, site or a specified future date, on that basis only they will get the amount. Here means negotiating banker expedites payment to the beneficiary. That is negotiated. So these are the so they will give CD amount to the okay, make a payment sooner to the beneficiary after negotiation. So these are the settlement of LC. So site payment means whenever the beneficiary presents the document, that time coming letter of credit is payment. Deferred payment means we are making at future date. Here means acceptance means will accepted the bill accepted by the bank institution. They will promise to honor the debt at a future date. Negotiating means negotiating bank takes payment sooner to the beneficiary after getting a document from the beneficiary. Then they will pay they will pay the amount at a discount of the face of the value of the document. Then they will present the document to the which one issuing bank to get the amount from the issuing bank. So next one, advantages of using an LC. So what are the advantages of using letter of credit? Advantages of using a letter of credit. So the beneficiary seller is assured of payment. Okay, is assured of payment as long as it complies with the terms and the condition of the letter of credit. So if we prepare the goods for dispatch, if we submit the document, then they are assured, they will get assured that they will get the amount from the applicant. Applicant means the importer. Then the second one is the credit risk is transferred from, here the credit risk is transferred from the applicant to the issuing bank. Okay, here the credit risk is transferred from the applicant to the issuing bank. The applicant to the issuing bank. The credit risk is transferred from the applicant to the issuing bank. So now applicant have no any responsibility. The issuing bank only have to take responsibility because they only issue the letter of credit in favor of beneficiary. So before issuing letter of credit, they will look at the credit worthiness of the applicant. The third one, the beneficiary minimizes collection time. Okay, so minimizes collection time as the letter of credit acclaims payment of the receivables. So minimizes collection time. So if they are not issuing the letter of credit means every time you have to ask the amount from the important. So here then also they won't give the amount. The letter of credit price issue means no need to spend time for asking amount from the debtor. Next one, the beneficiary's foreign risk is eliminated with a letter of credit issued in the currency of the beneficiary's country. If the risk is minimized, the beneficiary's foreign risk is eliminated with the help of letter of credit because before issuing the letter of credit, they are looking for the foreign exchange policy, exchange policy, export import policy, okay, the rules of government, everything they have looking. Then only they are issuing. So the beneficiary's foreign risk is eliminated with the help of the letter of credit. Okay, so these are the advantages of a letter of credit. The beneficiary is assured of payment. Then credit risk is transferred from the applicant to the issuing bank. Then the beneficiary minimizes collection time. Then the beneficiary's foreign exchange risk is eliminated with the help of the letter of credit. Okay, so these are the advantages. Next one, a risk involved in letter of credit. Okay, here, so lot of risk are there. So it is mainly related to the which one beneficiary only. So all the parties have to take risk. So it's example, okay. Issuing bank also have to face risk if the applicant is failed to pay. Here means beneficiary means their main risk is to not only the ship the goods but also submit the document. Okay, but also submit the document. Submit the document, then they have to look the risk on commercial risk on issuing bank, then political regulation of the issuing bank's country, then foreign exchange risk, that also they have to fulfill. Okay, uh, uh, these are the risks they have to face. Who have to face the beneficiary have to face in letter of credit transaction. Okay, so they have to follow the every policy. The issuing banks, which one political risk, commercial risk on issuing bank, commercial risk. Suppose if the issuing bank have no ability to, so they are time of which one suffering loss. So in that case, otherwise then the political conditions of the issuing bank, then foreign exim policy, export import policy, everything they have to uh, uh, follow. Everything they have to take into consideration. So it will be a risk to the which one beneficiary. It will be the risk to the beneficiary. So these are the items. The next one, different payment structure, same like payment, which one settlement of AC. Okay, so now I taught beneficiary, the seller, advising bank to advise the beneficiary that the letter of credit is available. He is the person to authenticate the letter of credit. Paying bank is the person that makes the payment. And payment bank and the advice bank may be the same. What he is doing, they will make payment to the beneficiary and they get the payment from the, and they request the payment from the issuing bank. Next one, letter of credit process. So we know that they will approach the applicant, approach the bank to get to issue letter of credit for the beneficiary. Then they will issue the letter of credit. Then they will give to the advisory. Then advisory will check the document. They will give to the beneficiary. Then the beneficiary will check the document, and then they will hand over the goods for dispatch, and they will send the document to the so the negotiating bank. Then they will give to the issue bank. Then they will make payment. Then they will for the document to the applicant also to get the goods from the carrier. Then applicant will pay amount to the issue bank. Then the issue bank will release all the document to the applicant. Okay, so this is the letter of credit process. Then settlement of NC, site payment by presenting the document, they will make the payment. Credit is payable. Then deferred payment means it is make it a future date. Here also, time acceptance means they will accept the bill. The issue bank will accept the draft from the beneficiary. It promises to honor the draft letter specified a future date. Under negotiating bank means the negotiating banks make payment sooner to the beneficiary after presenting the document. Then they will, but they will give at a discount of the fees value of the document. Then they will present the document to the issue. They will get amount from the issue bank at a future or at a interface of the letter of credit. It is a site means after person will get, otherwise the deferred payment means future date. Next one, advantages of LC. So MN is assured, the credit risk is eliminated, or the exchange risk is eliminated, the beneficiary minimizes collection time. The risk is they have to expose the risk of commercial risk on issuing bank, political risk on issuing banks, foreign exchange risk. So they have to consider this risk for credit transaction. Okay, now